Hey everybody, it's Professor Williams, and I'm going to calculate a covariance and a correlation coefficient using Minitab Express. So just remember that our covariance determines the direction of a linear relationship. So if both variables tend to increase or decrease together, then or move in the same direction, then that covariance is positive. If we have them moving in opposite directions, then it's negative. It's important to remember that your covariance is not standardized, so its value can run from positive to negative infinity. The correlation coefficient, however, is going to range from a -1 to a +1, and the larger that coefficient, the stronger the relationship, with -1 being a perfect negative relationship, +1 being a positive or perfect positive relationship, and 0 representing no relationship between the two variables at all. The data that I'm going to use is information about transit systems. And we have the number of stations, which is our variable x, and miles, which is our y variable. And we're looking to see, is there a relationship between the number of stations and the number of miles? So here I am in Minitab Express, and first thing I need to do is I need to get my data. So I'm going up to File, and I want to open a worksheet. And I'm going to look for one on my computer. I happen to know that I saved this one on my desktop, so I'm going to click Desktop. And you'll notice that this is empty, and that's because down here it says Minitab Worksheets. And I haven't saved any worksheets, but what I have saved is a bunch of Excel files. And so here are my Excel files, and I'm going to use transportation systems. So I select that and I hit Open. So you can see that Minitab has imported in my Excel data, right? And I have my variable labels here in this first row, and then my variable values in the columns. So I'm going to come up to my menu ribbon and I'm going to select Statistics, and what I want is correlation right here. And you'll see that one function is the correlation coefficient, which is using the Spearman process, and then the other is the covariance. And it basically calculates the variance for each variable and then the covariance for the pairs. So let's start with correlation. So for correlation, it's simply asking me what are my variables, and I want stations as x, miles as y, and I hit OK. So it gives me my Pearson's correlation of stations to miles as 0.818, so pretty darn strong, and I have a p-value of less than 0.0001, making this highly significant. Now I'm going to go back, same menu. I did correlation, now I'm going to do covariance. And so for covariance, it's going to work the same way. I'm going to put in stations and miles, and I'm going to hit OK. And it's going to give me the variance for station, the variance for miles, and the covariance of the two. Remember, your covariance can run from positive to negative infinity. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is correlation and covariance on Minitab Express. As always, I hope that you found this useful, and thanks for watching.